The terrorist loaded a single bullet into the gun and then had the two captives take turns shooting at themselves. The goal was to make them kill each other, with only one of them surviving. The man was facing his comrade, someone he had fought alongside through thick and thin. Their shared thought was to grab the gun quickly and shoot the bullet into themselves. As the game began, both men lunged for the gun, but the comrade was faster. In an effort to save the man, the comrade quickly fired several shots into himself. However, the terrorist stopped him, reloaded the gun, and handed it back to the man. The man, without any fear, wanted his comrade to live, so he also pulled the trigger several times against his own head. The terrorist quickly restrained the man, and the gun was back in the comrade's hands. The comrade then slowly closed his eyes and pulled the trigger, but no bullet came out. He handed the gun back to the man, gave him a look, and signaled that it was time to fight back. With only one chance left, their next move would decide their lives. The man firmly pressed the gun to his head, but in the next second, both men made a move. With their cooperation, they quickly killed the 4 terrorists in the room. The man swiftly seized a machine gun and unleashed a barrage of bullets towards the guards stationed outside. In a coordinated effort, they freed their comrades who had been confined in the water cell. As soon as they were released, everyone rapidly armed themselves and engaged in a fierce battle with the terrorists outside. However, the sheer number of terrorists was overwhelming. It was only a matter of time before they ran out of ammunition. Before long, they found themselves pinned down by the relentless fire from the terrorists, too afraid to expose themselves. At that moment, a man arrived from the back with a group of terrorists. To everyone's surprise, the man led his team in shooting the previous terrorists. Then he raised his gun and fired wildly at his own men. With no time to react, all the terrorists were killed. To make sure they were dead, he even fired at the bodies in the water. A soldier in the room realized that the man was his father, whom he had always hated. The man then gave a code word to the soldiers in the room. Only then did they realize that he was an undercover agent sent by the police. After confirming the code word, everyone felt relieved. They walked out of the room. At that moment, the soldier walked up to his father. He had always thought that his father was a terrible criminal, so he had always hated him. It was only now that he realized how great his father was. But this was not the time for father and son to catch up, because they still had an important mission to complete.